Have you ever noticed how certain experiences seem to repeat themselves? The same emotion, the same trigger, the same dynamic, just arriving through different people or different situations. It can feel confusing at first, almost frustrating, but it's not random. It's actually life trying to show something important. Whenever an emotional story keeps resurfacing, it's usually a sign that a deeper pattern is rising to the surface. It's not there to punish you. It's there to get your attention in the most unmistakable way. There comes a point in everyone's life when these patterns start repeating with an almost eerie precision. Not because you're doing something wrong, and not because you're stuck. It happens because you're standing right in front of a doorway you haven't fully stepped through yet. A karmic cycle tends to repeat when you're ready for a breakthrough, but the old reactions, the old habits, and the old emotional wiring are still playing out in the background. And that's why life keeps sending you the same lesson wrapped in new faces and new circumstances. It's not punishment. It's precision. It's life saying, you're close. Look here. The real purpose behind these repeating cycles is actually very simple. They show up to bring awareness to something you haven't been able to see clearly before. You meet the same patterns until something inside you starts shifting, until you stop reacting out of habit and start responding from awareness, until you stop abandoning your own needs and begin choosing yourself, until you stop seeking validation in places that can't give it, and begin sourcing your sense of worth from within. A repeated lesson is not a test. It's an initiation into a higher level of consciousness. It appears when you're finally ready for something different. The cycle begins to dissolve the moment you see it from a new angle. And it usually starts in the smallest pause, that brief moment when you recognize the familiar pattern beginning to play out. And something inside you says, hold on, I don't want to respond the same way this time. In that moment, something shifts. The body relaxes. The emotional charge softens. The mind opens to new possibilities that were invisible before. That simple, quiet recognition is the beginning of change. It's the exact moment the old cycle starts to lose its grip. This is how karmic patterns truly break through insight, through consciousness, through that soft internal shift that changes the way you choose. And once that shift happens, new pathways begin to open. Things feel clearer. Your decisions feel more aligned. Your energy feels different. The lessons that repeat in your life aren't there to trap you. They're doorways, and every time they come back around, that doorway widens. You're not moving in circles, you're moving in spirals. You're rising higher each time the pattern returns, even if it doesn't always feel like it in the moment. And when that deeper truth finally settles inside you, your entire energy begins to rise with it. A new frequency forms, lighter, clearer, more aligned with where you're going. From that elevated place, life starts to respond in new ways. The right opportunities begin to appear. People who match your energy show up. Intuition becomes stronger, and your path begins to unfold with a sense of ease and alignment. What comes next is not something to fear, it's something to step into. It brings renewal, support, and a quiet kind of abundance that matches the new version of you that's emerging. The moment the pattern is understood, the future opens in a completely different way. If you're on a path of self-awareness, healing, or spiritual growth, this channel is made for you. Subscribe, and let's keep exploring these deeper layers together.